Okay, so I just remembered that one of the videos I had recently made was a discovery of my Sixth Amendment rights that had been trampled all over by Rodney Faulkner and Scott Hunt when I was threatened in court to plead guilty, or else they would make the last invasion of privacy a felony and make me do 2 years in prison if I insisted on my day in court and have my jury trial, which is highly unconstitutional and illegal. I noticed that my YouTube channel was attacked not long after I mentioned the Sixth Amendment constitutional right to your day in court. And that, yes, if I could get enough money to seek a lawyer, I could have that conviction overturned because they got that win illegally through threats. Maybe they don't want people to know what they did. Could very well be. Anyway, I continue to have nightmares about Lamont's abuse of me. While my PTSD must be getting better because I didn't wake up screaming with the last drive-by shooting in the neighborhood like I did when Teddy's house was shot up, I still continue to have nightmares about the various incidents. And I keep getting prodded to draw them down. Trouble is, I'm not much of an artist. I'm no artist at all, really. That's my daughter Aurora's area of expertise. I can really only do stick figures. But I'm still being compelled to draw them down. The one I attempted tonight was the incident in which he had me on my knees in his apartment begging him to not turn off my utilities that he had promised me he wouldn't, but he did anyway. So I was on my knees begging him, don't turn them off. And the kids were in the stairwell watching the entire thing, and I noticed they were crying. And he was roaring at me, "Get out of my apartment or I'll have you arrested." And this keeps replaying in my dreams over and over and over. It's called brain trauma. It's very real. Anyway, this is what I came up with. This is what led to my first attempt to take my life. And he knew it did. This is me on my knees begging him, "Don't turn off my utilities. You said you wouldn't." That's him roaring at me. This is what I see in my dreams. I don't see him with a human face. I see him with a monster face. I don't see him as human anymore. And I'm told by my therapist it's because my mind is compensating, telling me that the man I loved is no longer human. And that's why I cannot love him anymore. And there's my 3 children, cowering in the stairwell. This is what I see in my dreams. Meanwhile, back here in the kitchen, this is what I see. All these cockroaches. This is what I constantly see. my children, him, me. Like I said, I'm no artist. Never have been. My artistry lays over here. My plastic canvas, which I brought into my room. I discovered Eleanor kept throwing it off the shelf today. So I cleared off my dresser and brought it into my room. Trouble is there's not a whole lot of room on the shelf, on the dresser. So, sorry, Heather, that I beat you to it. It's all done. That's what happens when you try to start in September when I started it in April. So